Blowing pedals like, do you love me or not? Head is spinning and I don't know when to stop. You said forever, baby, did you mean it or not? Hold on, hold on. You give me a red, baby, but I still get the message. Instead of a line, it's 3 dots, but I can connect them. If it ain't right, baby, you know I respect it. If you need time, just take your time. Honey, I get it, I get it, I get it. Way you got me all in my head. Think I'd rather you in my bed. Whatever it is, you know I can take it. Counting the days, how many days till I can see you again? Till I can see you again. Counting the days, how many days till I can see you again? Counting the days, how many days till I can see you again? Blowing kisses like will you catch 'em at night? Keep it with arrows, babe, I'm just shooting my shot. If I could get in, drop me a pin, hopping up and come over. Don't wanna be friends, just in the skin, I wanna get closer and closer. The way you got me all in my head. Think I'd rather you in my bed. Whatever it is, you know I can take it. Counting the days, how many days till I can see you again? Till I can see you again. Till I can see you again. Counting the days, how many days? Till I can see you again. Counting the days, how many days? Till I can see you again.
Afternoon. I hope you're all well. Just wanted to get a quick show done before I carry on with my day. Promised the wife I'd take her out for dinner, so I'm gonna get a show out of the way, and then I'm gonna carry on with that. And you can all have a lovely day as well. I don't want to take up too much of your afternoon. Let me know if you can hear me okay, because I've had problems with my microphone. So let me know if you can hear me okay. Audio looks good. As you all jump in, please hit the likes and subscribe. Really appreciate it. I also want to say thanks to everyone who's had a go on Match Bingo and who's actually tried the app and who's actually scanned the QR code. Really appreciate it. I tried it yesterday for the game, and I lost by 1, which was unfortunate. But yeah, that was my bingo card. As you can see, I was 1 missing away from winning 45 quid. That's how close it can be. And someone won £304 by getting a full house in that game. I only bet £2 on that, and I was 1 away from almost winning 45 quid. So it's worth doing. I'll show you the one that I've just done for the weekend. So this one I bought quite a few cards. So I bought 7 cards. Was it 7 cards or 5 cards? I bought 5 cards for the Crystal Palace Liverpool game. So they're all different cards. So I've done that. Use the QR code. Get involved. With your first £5 bet, you get £10 free. Scan the QR code now. You can download it for your iPhone or your Android. Obviously, you can have a look at all the details in my description. Obviously, Liverpool Crystal Palace is the next game up. Get involved. Have a little flutter on that game. Have a little play around with it. It's a load of fun. I was one away from winning 38 quid yesterday. So get involved. I'll leave the QR code up there for a bit. So scan the QR code, and if you do scan the QR code, I can see that you've done it in my on my screen now. So I'll give you a shout out if you have. Okay. And I'd like to thank Match Bingo for sponsoring the show today. Thank you. So let's get on with it. Okay, so there's 90 of you in here, filling in nicely. So there's been a few things that have happened over the last 24 hours. I was obviously on Donny Sam's show last night. If you haven't checked that show out, go and check that show out, because we have a special guest that's been missing for over a year, who joined, and it was really good to have him back. James Redmond was on that show, so go and check that out once you've finished this show. It was a belter. Really good. He was on form as well, like he's never been away. So go and check that out once you've finished here. I also want to let you know that thank you for becoming members. I'm obviously doing my Rabbit Hole show tomorrow, Conspiracy and Rabbit Hole show. I have over 300 members now, so you will all be involved in that, I hope. It'd be great to have over 100 of you in that show, chatting it up, cutting it up, dropping messages in there. I'll reply to everything that I can. I give you 2 hours of my time, and we can go wherever you want to go on that show. If anyone wants to drop any memberships, do it now. It's the first 10 minutes. You know how it works. Drop the memberships now if you want. Everyone can get involved. You know how it goes. Appreciate the support and appreciate the community. Let's get into it. So there's loads and loads of stuff going on right now. First thing I want to do is I want to share some stuff. So first of all, we need to talk about Alexander Isak to start things off, okay? And I know there's a lot of negativity in there around Isak right now. Once this is done, when Liverpool sign Isak, we need to start a petition to get rid of that absolute plonker from the Telegraph, okay? So that's the first thing that needs to happen. Do not listen to this absolute pillock, okay? Do not listen to it, all right? Do not listen to this guy, okay? Don't let this guy bring you down, all right? Don't let this guy bring you down. And the reason why I say it is because James Pearce has not said Isak is dead. The deal is not dead. James Pearce hasn't come out and said anything. The first person who comes out and poo-poos everything and pisses all over your chips is James Pearce, and he's not done it. So do not worry about all the other nonsense, okay? Do not worry about that. What I want to play you is I want to play you this video, okay? Because this is the video you need to watch, all right? Listen to this video carefully, okay? All right? This is the video every Liverpool fan needs to listen to. And this is also the video that every Newcastle fan needs to listen to, okay? This is directly from David Ornstein's mouth in March. Listen to this video. This is all you need to know. This is all you need to know about Alexander Isak right now, okay? Listen to this. I'm going to play it for you, okay? Let me know if you can hear the audio.
Fans will hate me for saying this, and I'm sorry, and I admire them greatly. But I think Alexander Isak's future has an extremely high chance of dominating the media landscape over the summer, despite Newcastle's stance, which I admire, and they've been repeated in their desire and intention to keep him, to try and renew his contract. It's got loads of time left on it, but the water, I'm sure, will be tested.
Now, did you hear that video? Did you hear that video from David Ornstein? Can you let me know in the chat whether you heard that video? Can you let me know in the chat whether that video you could hear? Just type in yes. Someone type in yes, please. Did you hear the video? Good. Okay. So that was from David Ornstein. That was in March. Okay. That was in March. And he said Alexander Isak is going to completely cover the headlines. Okay. And he turned around and said, I understand Newcastle are trying to keep their player and he's got time on his contract. But he literally said that you ain't going to keep him. He's going to demand the headlines. And that's because he knows, and he knew back then, that Alexander Isak had a gentleman's agreement with Newcastle that he could leave. He knows that. David Ornstein knows that information. He knows that he was told he could leave at the end of the season. He knows that. And so does Indy Calla. Indy Calla knows that as well. A close associate of Alexander Isak contacted us. We've seen your story that Adam Morton has a gentleman's agreement with Crystal Palace to leave next summer. Alexander Isak had the same agreement in January with Newcastle to leave this summer. We are furious how we have been treated. It's the same situation. It's no different than what's happened to Gyökeres. Gyökeres was told he could go at the end of the window. He could go in the summer. He's done his time. Actually, it's not Indy Calla that owns Indy Calla anymore, apparently. Apparently 5 journalists own Indy Calla's account now. It's been sold. Really? There's only 30 likes? Come on. Hit the likes. Come on, hit the likes. Let's get up to 80. Let's get up to 80. Come on. Hit the likes. Hit the likes and subscribe. Come on. Eddie Howe. It's not that straightforward. Otherwise, we would have done that a long time ago. I don't think we're in a position to be able to do that currently. Alexander Isak can't play football for Newcastle anymore, and he also can't do training for Newcastle anymore. His bridges are totally burned. But he didn't burn them. He didn't burn his bridges. Not at all. His promises were broken. And this guy is full of tosh. Newcastle have informed Alexander he will not be sold this summer, blocking a potential move, which has caused significant frustration. Well, basically, they're going to have a player which isn't going to play for them. So what would be the point? Tonight I'm being told Isak to Liverpool will 100% happen this transfer window. Isak had a meeting with Eddie Howe this week. It didn't go to plan. Isak is adamant of joining Liverpool. Keywords: Alexander Isak will become a Liverpool player 100%. I'm being told this summer. Apparently, and I'm going to show you this. Apparently, they threw a £300,000 a week contract at him, and he turned it down. There is so much around this guy, just like David Ornstein said. Alexander Isak didn't appear in any pre-match videos on the big screen at St James's Park for the friendly game. The decision was made from the club. They're not even showing any clips or footage of him, of what he's done previously for the club. They are completely removing him from their history. Fabrizio Romano, Eddie Howe, it's clear at the moment we can't have Isak involved with the group. He is here, so of course he has a future at Newcastle. From our perspective, we would love to have him back with the team, but the situation has to be right for that to happen. No, it doesn't. It's never going to be right. Because your guy wants to leave because you told him he could. Because you told him he could leave. You told him he could leave. And now you've turned your back on him. And now you're forcing him to stay. Well, there's only one more thing that can happen now. And Alexander Isak will have to put a transfer request in. That's the next step. But I think once this deal gets done for Johan Visser, and Brentford have already found a replacement for him, once this deal happens for 35 million, I think that's the time Liverpool will push the button and they will offer 125 million. So I'm just searching for the stuff which says £300,000 a week contract he was offered. I can't remember where I read it. But what I will show you though is I will show you the news from Sky. Which came from where is it? Keith Dowie. So let me show you this. Where is it? Has he pinned it? No, he hasn't pinned it. Hang on 2 seconds. Let me just find you the post from him. 2 seconds. Okay, so I'll share my screen. 2 seconds. There's over 200 of you in here. Big up everyone for being in. If you can hit the like, subscribe, that would be amazing. We can talk about Guehi in a bit. Don't worry, we'll talk about Guehi in a bit. Nobody scanned the QR code. Yeah, come on. Someone scan the QR code. At least give the app a go. Come on, go on. Scan the QR code. Someone, give the app a go. Like, can't believe nobody scanned it. Come on, someone give it a go. Especially while I'm searching to share my screen now. Okay, so check this out. Okay, so these are 3 latest posts from Keith Dowie. Okay, first one is big quotes from Eddie Howe. I want him playing training. I want him playing today and training tomorrow. No part of me doesn't want that outcome. Let me be absolutely clear. We'd love to have the player, but I don't see the current situation changing before Villa on Saturday. So he's not going to be in the Premier League team for a start. Okay. Then he talks about the owners. I can assure everyone that the owners care very much about the project. They clearly don't, because he still haven't signed a director of football. We've had discussions, and it's clear at the moment we can't have him involved in the group. You've offered him a new contract and he's turned it down. Like, that is all becoming knowledge. I don't know how long that will be for. He is training later than rest of the squad, so he is training. I don't think disciplinary action has happened, so he's not being disciplined. He's fit. He doesn't have a fitness issue. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that really interesting? That he's fit and he hasn't got a fitness issue. How many times have we been told that the reason why he's not involved is because he was injured? Oh yeah, Isaac didn't play because he was injured. Yeah, Newcastle said that. Yeah, he's getting treatment on an injury. No, he's fit. There's nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with him. He's fit. Eddie Howe's confirmed it. He's fit. He's been training. He's just not training with the first team. He's training on his own. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting that they're already talking crap at Newcastle about whatever's happened with this guy? Rodrigo stuff is wild. I've got something to show you as well about Real Madrid, which makes me think Rodrigo will probably leave. Will probably leave now after this stuff that I want to show you. So for me, I think it's still just a matter of time with Isaac. I think it's just a matter of time. Like, just give it a few more days. Give it a few more days. Give it a few more days and he'll be giving us these numbers. Yeah. 109 games, 62 goals, 11 assists at Newcastle. 132 games, 44 goals, 8 assists at Real Sociedad. Those numbers will increase at Liverpool. He will be an absolute bagsman. Absolute bagsman. And we're not going to pay 150 million for him. We are not going to pay 150 million for him. That's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Remember, we're literally getting 50 million from Newcastle anyway, because of the sale of Darwin Núñez. So, I mean, that in itself is wild. Like, that we're actually getting money off Newcastle's owners anyway for Darwin Núñez. So that one in itself is a madness. So this is also interesting as well about potentially what Newcastle are going to do, because Nicholas Jackson and Christopher Nkunku have both been left out of the Chelsea squad now. Looks like those two don't have a future at Chelsea. So one of them is probably going to end up at Newcastle. I'm saying it's probably going to be Jackson. There's stuff here about Jackson, but I don't know how true this is. But where's the Jackson stuff? Which is this one here from the transfer sector from Fabrizio Romano. Newcastle maintain their active interest in Nicholas Jackson. Keep an eye on Newcastle. The feeling in the industry is that the 80 million fee can be negotiated. So it looks like Chelsea will probably negotiate that fee down. So Newcastle might get him cheaper. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But they're on the hunt for a striker on top of Johan Visser. And Liverpool aren't just looking at Alexander Isak. Liverpool are becoming more and more interested in Giovanni Leone. And apparently we've put in a bid for Leone, which I will show you here. From Tutor Mercato Web, Parma turned down a 30 million offer from Liverpool. They're holding firm at 34.8 million valuation. Liverpool may push the button on this. Liverpool may go early on this one. We might want to get ahead of Inter Milan, who've already been in conversations with this guy and have got his previous manager at the club now. I genuinely don't know what's going to happen here. But if Liverpool feel 35 million is a good price, then we might just go for that. But if they've turned down 30 million, then we're not far away. We are really not far away from getting this deal done. It's an interesting one. Tuta Mercato is from Italy as well. So a little bit of information from there. And this is from Fabrizio Romano. It has also come from Paul Joyce as well. So a lot of journos are talking about this one. Obviously, we missed out on Zabani. We were looking at Zabani, but he's gone to PSG now. That's a done deal. What we do need to worry about is Chelsea, because they're looking to get rid of Jackson and Kunku, Chilwell, Sterling, Disasi and Viega out of their squad. And the reason why I say we need to be worried is because Maresca has said it's a priority for me to get a new centre-back. And I don't see them looking anywhere else than Mark Guehi. I just don't. I really don't see them going anywhere else than to Crystal Palace for Mark Guehi. Mark Guehi's got a 20% discount on him because Chelsea get 20% of the deal. So they could offer less straight off the bat, which means that Crystal Palace holding out for 50 million from us isn't going to help them. Because if Chelsea go in at 35 million, which is what we've apparently offered, which has been rejected, then it makes a lot of sense that it's down to Guehi, because I don't think Chelsea are going to offer any more than 35. And that's the weird thing about it. The Guehi transfer could end up being down on Guehi, not on Crystal Palace, because Crystal Palace have to give Chelsea 20% of the transfer fee that we buy him for, which is why they want 45, 50 million, because they want to make more money. But if they sell him to Chelsea, then they don't make more money. They still end up with roughly the same as what we were going to offer in the first place. So this could all just be down to Guehi. It really can. It's literally, you got Chelsea on the table, you got Liverpool on the table, and they both offered the same amount. Who are you going to choose? Guehi may stay in London. Guehi may turn around and go, hang on a minute, you sold me. You didn't give me a chance. You sold me. Yeah, you sold me to Crystal Palace for 20 million to cash in. And I was just as good as Levi Colwell. And you gave him a chance and you didn't give me a chance. Guehi may look at it like that. You gave other players a chance instead of me. You sold me when I was ready to make it into the first team. It's an interesting scenario. I think with the Leone one, if we get Guehi and Leone, then I think maybe Leone goes back on loan, which could be the deal. That could be the deal that we make. Look, we've offered 30 million. Yeah, you want 35. Well, what if we give you him on loan for a year? Would you take 30 now? And then you keep him for a year? Absolutely. That's a deal that would definitely get done. So Liverpool have some targets. And there's other targets, you're right. There's absolutely other targets. We're looking at Ordonez and we're also looking at Korakakis. I think Ordonez fits us more than Korakakis. Korakakis is a bit rash. little bit like Canate, if I'm completely honest. And I don't think that's what Slot's looking for. This guy, Leone, looks really good, really calm on the ball. Maybe that's a deal. Maybe that's a deal we can get done. It's an interesting one. But it's good to know that we are still in the hunt for a centre-back. And the Guehi one isn't finished. And if Chelsea come knocking, then maybe we have to make a move. But I also wanted to mention the fact that I think Isaac burnt all his bridges. I think they've massively let him down, if I'm completely honest. And look, at the end of the day, you can believe who you want to believe, whether Isaac's coming to Liverpool or not. But for me, I'm probably going to believe the main Newcastle reporter in Craig Hope, who was basically giving you all of the updates you're ever going to want. Like, it's just like what he's talked about. Oh, thank you very much, Jen. Thank you for the memberships. Really appreciate it, Jen. Thank you so much. Everyone put wins in the chat for Jen. Absolute legend. Thank you so much, Jen. Thank you so much, Jen. So let's have a quick look at what Craig Hope has wrote. Yeah, let's just go through some of his previous updates. Yeah, and this is from Craig Hope. Craig Hope is the guy that broke the story about Isaac wanting out. Okay, so these are just over the last couple of hours. Okay, Alexander Isak refusing to play or train with his teammates. I wouldn't be so sure that it's definitely the case, as expected in the video below. Okay, there's a lot of nonsense which is going out in the opposite direction. Game over. Eddie Howe says he wants Isaac to play for Newcastle when Premier League season starts, but after talks with Striker, it is clear that cannot happen. Game over. More and more stories pointing in the opposite direction. It genuinely looks like this one is finished. It just does. Look. According to Daily Mail's, sorry, hang on, this is 4 months ago. What am I talking about? Hang on. So let's go to the Newcastle thread. Yeah? Let's go to the Newcastle thread. Okay, so first of all, he's not in the Cellar Cup. Okay? So he's not even in the Cellar Cup, okay? So that's not happened. Yeah? Not in the Cellar Cup. Not on the team sheet. He wasn't in any of the pre-match stuff. How Newcastle can turn this summer of chaos into a positive. So let's have a read. Oh no, I can't read that because I've got to subscribe to it. So that's a load of crap. What else have we got? Have we got any more stuff? Dubravka's left. Keith Downey. Nah, there's nothing in there that's any good, to be honest. So we can have a look at Craig Hope on YouTube. Should we have a look at YouTube? Okay, what have we got? He wanted out for a year. Yeah, he wanted out for a year inside the Alexander Isak saga. What else have we got? Oh, Newcastle are one man. Okay, this is old stuff now. Okay, so he wanted out for a year. What have we got here? He wanted out for a year inside the Alexander Isak saga. Okay, there was so much. There is so much about what this guy is talking about which people just don't seem to listen. Here we go. Okay, so I can't play it. But what I can do is you can read it. Okay, so here he is here. Okay, so this is from the guy's mouth. Okay, this is him talking. Yeah, this is him talking. Previously promised him a new contract. Paul Mitchell came in, looked at the situation, not without reason, 4 years, 150,000-ish a week. No, you're not getting a new deal. But from that moment on, Isak's mind was set. He was unsettled. Was he unhappy? Well, he was unhappy to begin with. He started the season like an unhappy player. It was a miracle Larry got him in the building. Performed the way he did. The unhappiness, the unsettledness. Again, I'm using the words. I'm not even sure journalists have used these words. Remained that he came back before the final week of the season, the Carabao Cup final victory. Certainly presented himself again, and the summer communicated to the club, yes, I want to go. So while that the case, they knew that the player was unhappy and he wants to be elsewhere, and they know they've got potentially a problem, the big offer coming in from Liverpool. I think they will eventually negotiate the price with Newcastle and Liverpool. And Liverpool do meet on while Newcastle are pursuing. This is all about the players that they were going for. Okay, why were they going for all these players? They were going for all these players because they knew Isak wanted to leave. They are lying by saying that he didn't. They are full of absolute shit, the lot of them. And it pisses me off so much that this guy's been treated so badly. And this is Craig Hope. Like, he is probably the best journalist you're going to see on this situation. No, I've been aware of the feeling around the group that there's something that there's not a benefit to the group. There will be noise. That will be a distraction. We spent 2 weeks out in the Far East, and everything and all the discussions dominated him. Dominated a guy who wasn't there. It's not healthy. Eddie's picked up on that. That's what's meant by the quote. You can have Alexander Isak dropped all of a sudden in the middle of the group and has to train with them in key times in preparation for the new season. How are you going to integrate this guy again? You are done. You are absolutely done. Like, this is over. Like, this is now getting to the stage where it's untenable. And now you've got media outlets that are trying to spin shit by saying that Newcastle just aren't going to sell him. Well, Newcastle are going to have a £150 million player that they think he's worth, training on his own, not in the training room, not on the training pitch, not involved in the team, and not willing to play for the club. That's what they're going to have. They need to get replacements, and Liverpool need to just get this guy out of the club now. There's enough waiting around now, Liverpool. Like, you've given them so much time to sort their shit out, and now they're spouting crap about the fact that, oh, he didn't have a gentleman's agreement. Nobody knew he wanted to leave. It's absolute bollocks. This guy from the Mail knew that he wanted to leave. And he knows that Eddie Howe's had a conversation with him, and he said, I want to leave. That's all you need to know. That is all you need to know about this situation. Like, the bridges are burned. He's done. He's been let down by Newcastle repeatedly. He's been scapegoated by Newcastle. You've got all kinds of people coming out and saying, no, he's being a bad man. He's doing this. He's doing that. He's faking an injury. No, he's not. No, he's not. Eddie Howe's come out and said he's not injured. He's fine. He's match fit. They're trying to save face. They're making themselves look even more stupid. They're becoming a total laughing stock of the Premier League. Like, they call themselves a big club. They're not a big club. They're not a big club. They are a small, tiny, minuscule club with a deluded fan base that thinks that because their owners are trillionaires means that they can go and buy the world. Well, you cannot buy the world, and you cannot buy players that want to come and play for your club because you're not big. You don't have history. You're not in a great location to start off with, unfortunately. You're up north. Like, it's hard enough to get players to play for northern clubs anyway. And that's it. Take your money, go and piss it up the wall, go and buy some Nuki Brown. I do not care. I do not give a shit about you anymore, Newcastle. You've made yourselves look so arrogant. You've made yourselves look so bad this season. I had so much respect for Newcastle. That was like that was like my third club, Newcastle. I genuinely felt I could relate to these guys. I could relate to these guys. Not anymore. Not anymore. You can fuck off. You can fuck off. I hope you get fucking relegated. I hope you get relegated this season. I hope you have an absolute shit show of a season and end up like Manchester United or Tottenham, where you're scratching around at the bottom of the table. I hope you suffer this season. I hope you suffer this season. Manchester City are the reason why Newcastle should be angry, because they ruined it for everyone. They ruined it for all of these Saudi owners that wanted to come in and buy clubs, because Manchester City bent the rules so bad and 115'd it so bad that they had to put all these PSR implications in and procedures in. And that's the reason why. That's the reason why. Like, I hope you absolute turd show it all season. I hope you do. And for the love of God, Alexander Isak, you have burnt your bridges now. You've burnt them. They're done. You are never going to play for Newcastle again. So just put in a transfer request now. Just put in a transfer request. We don't care at Liverpool. We don't care. We know you've had promises broken. We know the promises have been broken. We know that you respectfully asked to leave. We know that you told the club last season that it was going to be your last season. We know all this now. There's no slight on you, mate. You've given your all. You got them into the Champions League again and you won them a cup. Hand in a transfer request. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it now. Like, Manchester United fans are doing a GoFundMe to try and get Belieber. Like, that's how pathetic they are. That's how pathetic they are. We want special players at the club. We don't want guys that are trouble. We know you're not trouble. We know you're not trouble. It looks like it's all just been spun to make you look bad. Especially from the interview with David Ornstein, which was in March, that said Alexander Isak is going to be the centre of attention all over the media in the window because he's going to leave. Like, whether Newcastle are going to force him to stay, he said it's irrelevant. He said, and he respects the fact that they want to be a big club, but they need to deal with Isak. That's from David Ornstein in March. Like, he knows that was an issue then. He knew in March. We're now sat in August. David Ornstein was talking about it in March, about Isak. And he said, it doesn't matter if they get into the Champions League. He said, it doesn't matter. Alexander Isak still wants to leave. This is from Ornstein. I played you the video. It's wild. It's wild. Like, he needs to just hand in a transfer request now. Just get it done. Get it done. Liverpool need to start finishing off the business now. We need to start finishing off the business. We need to start getting the rest of the players in. I don't want it coming down to the last few days of the window. I just don't want that being the case. I want us to get our defender sorted. If it's Guehi, if it's Leone, if it's Ordinaires, I don't care. Just get that one in. Get that one in. Get that one more body at the back who's going to be fit, who's going to be there. I'm more than happy with Guehi. Just put the money down and put the fries in the bag. Get Guehi done. Okay? Get the Guehi transfer done. It's important. And just, Isaac, just hand in a transfer request now and just get that done, mate. Like the money from Nunes will come in, and which came from PFI, by the way, which came from your owners. Just saying, like that's how badly ran you are, that your own owners are funding the removal of one of your stars. Yeah, that's how bad it is. The PIF are purchasing players from us for us to now buy your players. I don't care what the Chronicle are reporting. They can report whatever they want, mate. The guy isn't going to play for the club again. Like, his own manager said he's not involved. Like, they have ousted him to do training on his own. Like, he turned down a 300 grand a week contract this week. He has. He's turned down a 300k a week contract with Newcastle this week. That's what the rumours are. That's what the rumours are. I'm not making this up. Like, they are the rumours. Like, Chronicle can write that there's UFOs landed in Tyneside. I use the Chronicle to wipe my arse. They're the mouthpiece. They're the total mouthpiece. Like, Chronicle also said that he was injured, which he wasn't. Anyway, so much going on right now. Let me just have a quick look and see if there's any more updates. Let me just see if there's any more updates. So what's that one? Oh no, that's not for us. No. Okay, so Sky Sports have said he can't train. Fabrizio Romano said, yeah, he can't be involved. Mark Goldbridge has said Isaac's on strike. Yeah, I mean that's all I've got right now on Isaac. Obviously, Randall Colomiani, they're looking at him. I haven't got anything else on Isaac to tell you, but what I will tell you though is I will give you some info here on this one, which does concern me. Okay, so this one does concern me, and so Bayern Munich want 30 million for Kingsley Coman. Okay, Kingsley Coman is in conversations with a move to Al Nassr. Okay, this is from Fabrizio Romano. Have I actually got the post? I might not have saved the post. Hang on, let me have a look. Have I got the post from Fabrizio Romano? Yeah, here. So Fabrizio Romano, as Al Nassr have opened talks to sign Kingsley Coman. Now, the reason why I brought this up is because Bayern Munich have obviously just signed Luis Diaz. Yeah. Bayern Munich are also in conversations to potentially sell Harry Kane to Barcelona. Okay, don't shoot the messenger. Do not shoot the messenger, okay? This is something that's being discussed by the Bayern Munich owners, okay? That they are potentially looking to sell Harry Kane to Barcelona or a British Premier League club, okay? Do not shoot the messenger, okay? Now, the reason why I bring this up, the reason why I bring this up is because Bayern Munich were heavily linked with a move for Cody Gakpo, okay? That has not gone away. Okay, Cody Gakpo is still an active target for Bayern Munich. If they sell Kingsley Coman and potentially Gnabry and Harry Kane, I genuinely believe that they could come in for Cody, and they could have Cody and Luis Diaz. If they get Cody, if they come in and offer 80 million for Cody, then the Rodrigo and the Barcola conversations would definitely make sense. I would 100% make sense now. They would make sense why we've already had a contract agreed with Rodrigo, and we've already spoken to Barcola. So these two players make a lot of sense to why we've had conversations with them. Because if Kingsley Coman goes, Bayern Munich will be down to three wingers in the entire team. They will have Michael Elise, they will have Serge Gnabry, and they will have Luis Diaz. Serge Gnabry's always injured, just like Kingsley Coman. So they will have two wingers in their team. They've lost Musiala for the whole season, pretty much. They've got Harry Kane up front, and they're also looking to sell Harry Kane. So what the hell are Bayern Munich going to do? What the hell are Bayern Munich going to do? There is a definite potential that Bayern Munich could make a move for Cody Gakpo, because they've been looking at Cody Gakpo all season. He was on their list, same with Luis Diaz. Well, there absolutely would be a chance that we sell Cody, because I think we're going to sell Cody next season anyway. I think Cody will be sold next season. He'll be 27, 28 next season, and I don't think Liverpool will give him a new deal. And I think we will cash in on him, and that's the reason why we're looking at Bradley Barcola, and the reason why we're looking at Rodrigo. And that's the reason why I bring this one up. And I also bring this one up as well, because this one also makes quite a lot of sense now. So you've now got the likes of Kingsley Coman linked with Al Nassr, and now you've got Endrick staying at Real Madrid and given the number 9 shirt. Well, what is that going to say to Rodrigo? Like, what is that saying to Rodrigo? Like, they're giving the 19-year-old, who's basically seems like a really scummy person, like seems like a really scummy player, the number 9 shirt, which Mbappe had. What's that saying to Rodrigo? Like, that's another kick in the face to Rodrigo. Like, well, we rate him highly than you. Like, all the work you've done for us, it doesn't matter, mate. We're giving the number 9 to Endrick. And what does that say? I think Rodrigo goes. And I just don't know where Rodrigo goes, though. Like, maybe Rodrigo might go to Bayern Munich. Maybe Rodrigo might go to PSG. Maybe Rodrigo might come to the Premier League. Like, I know Chelsea are still looking at a player. Liverpool are still looking. Arsenal apparently are still looking. Like, there's so many things still in play, which I think is crazy that we are still having so many conversations around, have we actually finished with the attack? Like, Paul Joyce said that once Darwin Núñez gets done, Liverpool will concentrate on the attackers. Attackers. He didn't say attack. He said attackers, which means that I don't think we're finished. I think there's one more. I think we're going for Isaac, and there's only one striker, which is Isaac, and that's it. That's the one that's happening. I think we're going to get one or two defenders in, whether it's going to be Guehi, whether it's going to be Leone, whether it's going to be one other, I don't know. And I still think there's one more on the wing. And if you look at it like this, yeah, if you look at Liverpool right now, yeah, so Liverpool they've got Mo Salah on the right, and they've got Frimpong, which Slot has already said is Mo Salah's replacement. Okay, so we all know that Mo Salah's replacement is Jerome Frimpong, and that's what Slot sees. Okay, he said it specifically in the press conference for the build-up for the Crystal Palace game. Okay, so you got Mo Salah and you got Jerome Frimpong. Okay, so that is the attack on the right hand side. Okay, there's no other players that are in the conversation. It's those two. Okay, that's done. Then you've got your number 9 position. Okay, your number 9 position right now is filled by one person, and that is Hugo Ekitike. We all know that they want to get rid of Chiesa. Okay, they're waiting on movement to happen at Atalanta for them to then replace Ademola Lookman with Federico Chiesa. However, I will also mention Napoli have just lost Raspatori to Atletico Madrid, which means Napoli may come in for Chiesa. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. Do not think that Napoli won't come in for Chiesa. They were looking at Chiesa a while ago. That could be one that happens just like that. That could be one that happens like that. Chiesa could end up going back to Napoli. Okay, so do not write that one off. Okay, because Raspatori has just signed for Atletico Madrid. There's a here we go on Raspatori. Actually, let me share this now so you can see. So Raspatori is a here we go. Yeah, Raspatori is a here we go. Okay, so that's happening. All right, that's like a £37 million bid for him. So he's going to Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid are really going to try and push for the title this season. It really looks like they are going all in to try and win. Fair enough. Fair enough. They came third last season. They got to a cup final. Fair enough. Okay. Don't be surprised if Napoli come back in for Federico Chiesa. Okay. That could be one that happens. Right. That's the number 9 position. You got no one else. Liverpool are all in for Alexander Isak. We've already offered 110 million quid. Okay. 125 million gets in. 125 million gets him, I believe. You put him in the number 9. You've got Ekitike's backup. Okay. That's the number 9 done. Left-hand side, you have Cody Gakpo as your number 1 starter. And then you have one other player, Rio Gigamoa. That's it. That's your left side. That's your left side. Liverpool are light. You have to have the conversation. If Bayern Munich are about to sell Kingsley Coman, they are light. They are very light. They are missing key players. And they've just signed Luis Diaz. I get it. They just signed Luis Diaz for the left-hand side. I get it. But if they get rid of Harry Kane, which there were a lot of conversations around Harry Kane potentially going to Barcelona or potentially coming back to the Premier League, then Luis Diaz might be the number 9. Luis Diaz might go into the number 9 position because he's shown at Liverpool he could be a good number 9. And maybe that's his better position. And maybe that's what they might use him for. Okay? That's an option. That is an option for Bayern Munich. So then Cody Gakpo comes back into the picture. He comes back into the picture. And if the money is there, Gakpo will be sold. And that makes a lot of sense to why Liverpool are still linked with players like Rodrigo, Barcola. That's the reason why we're still linked with these wingers, because we haven't finished on the left-hand side. And maybe Slot doesn't see Cody as a starter. He didn't see Cody as a starter last season. Every time Diaz was fit and available and we didn't need to play him up front, he was straight in on the left-hand side and Cody got dropped. And that's unfortunate, but that's what happened. So we might be sat there going, hang on a minute, we need another player. And we know Cody can play backup because he has done. So we go and get a Barcola. Is Barcola better than Cody Gakpo? Yes, he is. Is Rodrigo better than Cody Gakpo? Yes, he is. Are we blocking the path for Rio Gigamoa if we sign Barcola or Rodrigo? No, we're not. Why? Because they are so much better than Rio Gigamoa. And if we sign a 20-year-old, are we blocking? Okay, so say we sign Fofana, Malik Fofana from Lyon. Are we blocking the path of Rio Gigamoa? Yes, we are. Why is that? Because there isn't that much difference. Malik Fofana only broke into the first team of Lyon last season, and he wasn't really a first-time starter. So would you give Malik Fofana another year before you then look at that? Yes, you would. But if you go and get a Rodrigo or you go and get a Barcola, are you blocking the path of Rio? No, you're not, because you're improving the squad from a first-team perspective. Are you improving the left-hand side in general by getting a Barcola or a Rodrigo? Yes, you are. You're buying a better player than Luis Diaz and Cody Gakpo. So forget it. You're already improving the squad exponentially by signing one of those players. So the fact that Bayern Munich are shifting more forwards out of the team makes me think they might come knocking for another forward. And Cody Gakpo was on their list. He was on their list. He was on their list. He was on their list. Oh, has Indy done a post? Hang on. Let me check out Indy. Okay, let me share my screen now because this is quite a lot. So this is Indy. Okay. All right, so this is breaking. Imagine Newcastle dropping the bombshell that Alexander Isak is up for sale. You know Liverpool's ears would perk up at that news. It's like a dream come true for them, right? Suddenly, Isak's valuation takes a nosedive and LFC could get the player at a discounted rate. Alexander Isak is desperate to leave. He wants a fresh start, and Newcastle's scrambling to bring in 2 new attackers before they even think about negotiating with Liverpool again. It's a classic game of chess in the transfer market. Newcastle is playing hardball, but with Isak's desire to move, things could move real quick. Newcastle United have every right to protect their investments and reputation. 100%. I don't disagree with that at all. But Liverpool can't wait around any longer. And they need to just get stuff done now. Like, we need to get stuff done now. We've literally got Crystal Palace tomorrow, and that is the last game of this. That is the last game until we start the Premier League season against Bournemouth on Friday. And Bournemouth have been decimated, so there's a good chance we can just go and smash them. There really is. And there's a really good chance we could smash Palace as well, to be honest. Like, there is. But we need to make sure we get our ducks in a row. And we have a lot of players that will still probably leave Liverpool. And we can't be in a situation where Bayern Munich have done a load of business, maybe sold Kane to Barcelona, maybe sold Kane to Chelsea. I don't know. All right, I just don't know what's going on at all. I'm just spouting words, okay? But there's a situation where business could be done by other clubs, and then we end up with a situation where Bayern Munich go and drop 80 million in for Gapco, and we just go, that's just too much money. We can't turn that down. He cost us what, 30, 32, 33 million? We can't turn that down. He's going to be 27, 28. Like, Bayern Munich have been looking at him all window, and they go and drop that money. And then we're in a situation where we're like, we need to get a left-sider in on the last week of the window or the last couple of days of the window. Which is why we need to get Isaac done now. We need to get Aguehi done now. I've just done it. Has he done another one? Has he done another tweet? Hang on. No, he hasn't done another tweet. No, he hasn't done another tweet. Has he done another tweet? When was that? That was a week ago. Bear with me. I'm just seeing whether there's been any other. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen here as well. 2 seconds. No, that was the last one. I know. So this is from David Lynch. So this was from David Lynch. So this was on my Twitter feed. My Instagram feed. If Liverpool are unable to get Mark Guehi, they will pivot back to a younger centre back, optional. Palmer's, Leone, and Wolfsberg's 2 names that I keep an eye on. That's from David Lynch. David Lynch has been pretty good. He wasn't good with the Frimpong one, I know that. And obviously that's them 2 in a Liverpool shirt, which I haven't really posted about. What do I want to... So this was the Al Nassr one. Bayern Munich have opened talks to get rid of Kingsley Coman. I'll just see if there's any new stuff. So Danjuma to Valencia, he's being sold. Oh, hang on, that was Malik. So that's Malik Thor an hour ago. Newcastle improved their proposal. Negotiations underway. Milan Allegri wants to keep Thor, but improved bid is now being submitted. So it looks like another case of Newcastle basically just throwing money at a club and maybe not even speaking to the player. Like, what Newcastle need to do is Newcastle need to go back to what they were good at. And Newcastle were really good at getting players that were about to pop. Did it with Botman. Did it with Isaac. Did it with Tonali. Well, Tonali was already popping, to be honest, and did it with Bruno Guimaraes. And then they've obviously done it with Liver Morento and also a couple of other players. But they've got players that are about to go to another level, and they've done well with doing that. They can't be shopping at the top table because they're not at the top of the table. They're not. You can't be going up against the likes of a Manchester United or a Chelsea or a Liverpool. You just can't be doing it. You're going to get your meal taken off you. Manchester United have literally signed every single forward that Newcastle wanted. They went for Cunha, they went for Mbuemo, and they went for Sesko. And Manchester United took their dinner off them 3 times. And now they all play for Manchester United. Just know where you are in the food chain and go for the lower hanging fruit. That's what you need to do. And there's plenty of players out there. And Newcastle also have to understand that they hawked Isaac and Gordon and a load of their star players around when they had PSR issues. They hawked them around. Oh, you can have him for 100 million. You can have him for 80 million. That's not right. That is fundamentally a really bad way of treating your players. And you expect them to what? To run through brick walls and to stay at your club and to accept contracts after you've treated them like that? That's not how it works. Liverpool were respectful with Luis Diaz. Liverpool were very respectful with Luis Diaz. We turned down numerous bids for Luis Diaz and said he's not for sale until Luis Diaz decided, I want to go. And then when he said he wanted to go, we then bumped the price up and we got what we wanted from Bayern Munich. It's exactly the same with Newcastle. It should be the same. That's how you treat your players. He's giving you everything. He wants to leave. Get a good price for him. We're sat here at the table on our own. But don't ask for stupid money like 150 million because he's not worth it. No player's worth 150. Jamie Carragher was right. When Jamie Carragher turned around and said, Liverpool should not be paying 150 million for Alexander Isak. That's the type of money you pay for an Mbappe. He's right. He's not a £150 million player because he doesn't play for Real Madrid. He doesn't play for Manchester City or Arsenal. He doesn't play for one of the top tier teams. So you don't pay top tier price, which is why Liverpool should be getting Isak for 120. For 120, 125. That should be a very, very good price. We are paying top dollar, if you ask me. Top dollar. 125 million, you are getting a shit ton of cash off us. You really are. I think it's madness. I think it's absolute madness. 150 million. For a Newcastle player. What? I think the most expensive Newcastle player that's ever been sold was probably 30 million. Genuinely. I think that's the most expensive Newcastle I've ever sold a player for, about 30 million. I think it's about 30 million. And that was probably to Saudi Arabia, if I'm completely honest. Ow. That was probably to a Saudi Arabian club. Totally deluded. 125 should get that deal done. 125 should get that deal done. Oh, yeah. Indy Calera has done another post. So this is from Lee Ryder. Okay, let me share this. This is from Lee Ryder. Lee Ryder's been really close to this, by the way. Okay, this is breaking news. Newcastle United insiders feel that Alexander Isak has kicked his last ball for the Magpies after attempted clear the air talks behind scenes failed. From Lee Ryder. This is over. This is completely over now. This is Lee Ryder, Chronicles chief. I mean, honestly, for people saying that the Chronicle has said that he's going nowhere, well, that's absolute nonsense, isn't it? Isn't that total nonsense? Because you've now got information coming from the Chronicle, from Lee Ryder, saying that he's kicked his last ball. I think, and I did say this, by the way, that we might get Isak done by Sunday. I think another bid comes in Sunday. I think we put a bid in on Sunday. I think second bid comes in on Sunday. I think Liverpool put in a bid tomorrow. All right. I haven't got a source. Nobody's told me about this. Okay. The source that I know has literally said Alexander Isak will be a red, and I am 100% behind it, and I keep on saying it. There is a lot of rumours around 125 million. Okay, there's a lot of rumours around 125 million. There's a lot of rumours 125 million. And I believe it's in the Mirror and it's also in ESPN that 125 million is a number that keeps on cropping up. Where is it? $125 million is a number that keeps on cropping up. So it's cropped up in the Mirror, and it's also cropped up in ESPN here. So I'm just going to share this screen quickly. I'm going to finish soon as well, by the way. So it's here. Liverpool to make next move, 125 million. Alexander Isak transfer chase. This number keeps on cropping up, by the way. Like, this number keeps on cropping up, just like the number that I told you about a long time ago, that Liverpool will bid 105 million. Like, I said 101 million. Okay, I was 4 million short. Okay, but this 125 million has cropped up now in a couple of media outlets. You have to ask the question, why? Why does 125 million keep on cropping up? That's probably going to be the bid. The bid's probably going to be 125 million. That's what it's probably going to be. 125 million with maybe 10 million add-ons. Yeah. Isak will be at the game tomorrow? I don't know. I doubt it. But I wouldn't be surprised if we put a bid in tonight or tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised. Liverpool do business over the weekend. Like, we did a lot of stuff with the Ekitike deal over the weekend. We did a lot of stuff with the Diaz deal over the weekend. We seem to do stuff over the weekend. Don't be surprised if we drop 125 million tonight or tomorrow on Isak. There's a lot of stuff that's come out of Newcastle now, which shows that that's probably his last meeting with Eddie Howe. That's probably the last one. They tried one more time. They've threw the bag at him. They've gone, look, we'll give you 300,000. We'll give you a release clause, all of this stuff. And Isak's just gone, no, you've made me look like an absolute tool. You've made me feel so bad. You treated me badly. You've made me look like a complete scapegoat. All of this nonsense, you caused it all your own. I'm out. There could be an element in this where he could have the chance to cancel his contract. Like, this could be unfair dismissal. Like you just don't know. You don't know if he's got the receipts. You don't know whether he's got the receipts. Like, you don't know whether there's been WhatsApp messages, there's been emails back and forth about how are we getting on? How are we getting on with my sale? Like, when am I going to be allowed to move? Like, when are you getting your act together to sign replacements for me? And Newcastle are like, oh, we're trying. Look, we tried for Delap, we tried for this guy, we tried for that guy. Well, they haven't done enough. That's not Isaac's fault. It's not his fault that they can't get their shit together. That's not Isaac's fault. He can't wait forever. Like, this is the season to come to Liverpool. Like, Liverpool have just done a 300 million splurge. Like, we got 200 million back in sales, but Liverpool have just done a 300 million splurge. Like, this is the time to come to Liverpool. This is the time to get that Premier League title under your belt, to get that Champions League under your belt. This is the time. Like, don't wait another year, and he's not waiting any longer. He wants to get to Liverpool before he's 26. He wants to get to Liverpool as he hits his prime, when his injuries are all behind him, and get on with it. Yeah, get a hat-trick against Bournemouth. Get to play against Newcastle away. That's the game. He wants to be involved. Like, Manchester City have just lost Rodri for another couple of months. Like, they are not going to be near us. Arsenal are looking pretty sketchy in pre-season. Arsenal. They're not looking great. Liverpool look like they're cooking. Like, Atletico Bilbao, we were cooking. Like, we are ready. We're ready to go. We didn't do the Club World Cup. We switched off probably a month before the end of the Premier League season. Like, we also didn't go all the way to the end in the Champions League. Like, there's a lot of players in our squad that have had rest, that have had a good holiday, a good break. Like, we are ready to go. Like, and I think we are going to be so much fitter than everybody else. Like, so much fitter than everybody else. Just watch. Honestly. Just watch. Chelsea will start dropping like flies. Chelsea lost Colwell with an ACL. Chelsea will start dropping like flies because they had a long slog right at the end. But Liverpool, so many players, so many new players, so many younger players, so much speed in the team. We don't play the way we used to play with Jurgen. There's no gegenpress. There's no gung-ho football. There's no wild training sessions. There's no three times training sessions. We don't play like that no more. We do not play like that no more. Different manager, different coaches. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, what a player he was. We got him as our assistant manager, like as a second assistant manager. Right? Liverpool are cooking on gas. Watch us against Crystal Palace. It's going to be scary. Bournemouth, first game of the season. Makeshift defence. So many players with a point to prove. So many players wanting to impress the manager. Kirkes, Frimpong, Wirtz, Ekatike, Mamadashvili, all these guys wanting to impress the manager. Then you've got Rio and you've got Trey Ione, all new players in the squad wanting to impress the manager. It's going to be wild. Dominic Szoboszlai looks like he's just gone on to another level. Like, feels comfortable in his skin now. Like, feels like he really fits the team now. Like, watching him in pre-season, he's been sensational. Absolutely sensational. Looking forward to it. So looking forward to it. Anyway, I've got one more thing to show you before I go. So Jurgen Klopp, I'm glad I don't have to be there every day anymore. The time in Liverpool was wonderful, but it's over. A colourful bouquet full of memories, and 99% of them are beautiful. That comment seems like someone who's a little bit bitter. Sorry, that comment doesn't sit quite right with me. I seen it before, and I looked at it and thought, that's a little bit of a dig, because you're a bit jealous that you've left and we kicked on. And I'm glad I don't have to be there anymore. Really? Mate, you won't shut up about us. Like, stop talking about us now. It's been over a year. Like, you have made your decisions and you walked out on us. And according to a lot of stuff, you already signed a pre-contract years before that. So this one seems a bit bitter and twisted now. I just want to stop hearing his name now. That's what I want now. I want this season to be a Arnie Slot season. And no gobshites from the media, no Sky Sports, no TalkSport, no BBC, none of this arsery and this shit where they go, oh, well, he's doing it with a Klopp team. And I'm fed up of people getting his name mixed up everywhere, consistently calling him Klopp instead of Slot. Like, enough is enough. Enough is enough now. Thanks for the memories, Jurgen. Jog on. Thanks for the memories. Jog on, okay? No more Jurgen interviews talking about Liverpool. We're finished with you, mate. You made your choice. You've gone to Leipzig. The team's turned to shit. You're selling all your players. I don't care. Hopefully you can get Harvey Elliott off us, okay? Go and give us 50 million for Harvey Elliott. I might give you a shout out then. But we're done, okay? No more Jurgen talking about Liverpool. No more media talking about Jurgen. Arnie Slot is our manager. Arnie Slot has just won the league. Arnie Slot has now got his team. Arnie Slot's still trying to get rid of some of Jurgen's players, by the way. But Arnie Slot now has his team. This is all about him. All the focus should be on him now. All of it should be on him now. It took heaven and earth to move Núñez, but we've managed to get rid of him. Trent walked, is what it is. This is now a Slot team. And look at the players we've signed. Look at the players we've signed. Wirtz. £100 million player. Jurgen said he'd never pay 100 million for a player. Wirtz. Jurgen couldn't get Wirtz. We got him. Frimpong. Kirkez. Ekatike. Mamadashvili. It's his team. Alexander Isak is about to be next. Mark Guehi's about to come. Like, pause. Unbelievable players. Arnie Slot has got his team for this year. We move on now. We stop talking about the past. Stop talking about the past now. Stop talking about ex-managers now. Okay? Fed up of hearing them. Fed up of hearing them. It's a Slot team. It's all about Arnie Slot now and what he can do and what he's going to deliver. He's already delivered a Premier League title. Already delivered a Premier League title. He's going to play different football, more possession, less chaos, less emotion. Let's get it done. First trophy's coming this weekend, tomorrow, against Crystal Palace. All right? Guaranteed. Guaranteed we're winning that trophy. Anyway, I'm out of here. Schlottberg. Also, massive thanks to Jen for the memberships. I also want to say thanks to Match Bingo for sponsoring the show. Remember, you can scan the QR code, download the app today, put a little flutter on for the Crystal Palace game tomorrow. I've already done mine. You should get involved too. I'm going to do a live match watch along for the show tomorrow. So you can check that out. I'm going to put that in there. So I'm going to start doing watch alongs because I watch the game anyway. So I might as well do a watch along. Okay. So I'm going to do a watch along tomorrow for the Palace game. So I hope you all get involved. The chat will be open. It will be fun to have you involved in that. So we'll do a live watch along tomorrow, which I'll put in the which I'll put on my channel. And obviously, I'm still doing the conspiracies and rabbit hole show at 9:00. So stand by for that. Football is back. Hallelujah, hallelujah! Football is back. If you do want to get involved on the bingo, scan the QR code now. I can see if you have. So maybe 2 or 3 of you want to do it right now. Let us know if you do. Get involved now. And let's see if you win, because I won already. And hopefully I'll win tomorrow with my bingo card. And hopefully everybody's happy. Everyone's bouncing. I've seen a video of Linda's doing a training session at City. It's so funny. It looks like he's already kind of taken charge. It does. It looks like Linda's is already like getting his own way at Manchester City, which will be funny to watch their demise with Linda's taking control. And I mean, he's already broken. It looks like he's already broke Rodri, so he's already done really well there by breaking a player that's just come back from an injury. Remember, we've seen that happen at Liverpool a number of times. That happened at Liverpool a number of times. Players came back from injuries and Linda's broke them. Remember, this happened a lot. Okay, so let me see who's live now. And I'm going to pass you on to another channel. So just bear with me. While I'm doing that, hopefully you can scan the QR code and get involved and download the app. I also want to do a quick shout out to all the members as well that are in. Liverpool Goals, Mr. Sky Blue, Bonkers, LFC, LFC Monster. Big shout out to Jen, Marvin Murphy, Bruno, LFC Shankly, Alexander, James. What else have we got? And that's it. That's everybody that's in. I'm just going to see who's live. 2 seconds. Nobody is live right now. Nobody is live right now. So what I will do is I will redirect to my to the show that I'll be doing later on with Footy Judge Mo. If he's put it in there, no, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Okay, so I'm not redirecting to anyone. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm not going to redirect you to anyone because there's no one live. But I'll be on Footy Judge mode tonight at 9:30, so tune in. That'll be a good one with a panel. Also, massive thanks to someone who's just scanned the QR code. Really appreciate it. Hope you go and enjoy that. If you do do a bingo card, let me know. Let me know on the show tomorrow whether you have, and we can like go along and see how we're getting on. At halftime, I'll do like a little screenshot, and I'll show you how I've done so far with my bingo cards, and then maybe you might want to get involved in the future. But big shout out to Match Bingo for sponsoring the show today. You all have a lovely afternoon, and with the rest of the afternoon, go and give your loved ones a hug. Go and take them for cake and coffee. And Isaac's going to be a Red. Liverpool are going to kick it tomorrow. Football is back. We are 1 week away from the Premier League. Massive thanks out to the second person who's just scanned the QR code. And I will see you all soon. Come to Mo's channel tonight. Pause. And if you're not busy now and you want to go and watch something, go and watch Don's show from last night with James Redmond. It was a corker. Thank you so much for being an amazing community. I'm on the road to 2,000. I'm on the road to 350 members now. You are all legends and rebels, and I will see you all soon, tomorrow, the day after, whenever. You all take care. I'll catch you later. 21 for 20. Do for Jota. See you later. Bye-bye.